What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. It is your boy Cookie Grandson. Now today I will be switching it up again and giving you guys a tattoo tour. Now, as always, I would like to thank all of my current subscribers for all of the support. It is greatly appreciated. And if you are new to my channel, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe. Let's continue growing this channel, man. The channel has been going crazy recently. And again, I just cannot thank you guys enough. It's really been blowing me away. Now, before we actually get into this tattoo tour, I would like to give you guys a little bit of background info on how I even got into tattoos. So for one, I do like art, and two, as a kid, I was very timid. So to avoid conversation and all of that stuff in the future, I planned all the way back then that if I got a whole bunch of tattoos all over my body, anytime someone wants to know something about me, it is somewhere on my body and I don't have to talk to them, okay? I was very, very timid, and I was that shy to where I came up with that idea. And also, when it comes down to this tour, not only am I going to tell you what it is, but I'm also going to tell you guys the meaning and the pain level, okay? Some of these bad boys hurt, I'm going to tell you that. But I will be explaining the pain level simply because a lot of people are scared to get tattoos because the pain is overrated, okay? Now, some of these that I do have hurt. They hurt like hell, but they're not that bad to where you just be like, you know what, I'm just not going to get a tattoo ever because they just hurt that bad. It's not that serious. But with all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and start with my left leg, okay? So on my left leg, I have Aristotle. My old lady always said that, you know, I remind her of a philosopher for my thought process, the things that I just even think about in general. So it was kind of coincidental how she was saying all of this stuff, and I actually ended up coming across this tattoo shop up here in Fayetteville, and I think it was like $30, and I saw Aristotle's head, and I was like, man, that is very, very dope. So I ended up getting it. Now, the pain level on that was about, I'll say a 4 or a 5, okay? It was nothing crazy. It's on the inside of my knee. It didn't hurt like that. It didn't hurt that bad, okay? Now, the one that did hurt is the one next to it. So I have Africa tatted on my kneecap. Now, I have a friend way back in the day, his first tattoo was Africa on his stomach. And ever since that day, I was like, man, I gotta get Africa tatted on me somewhere. But I couldn't think of a spot until like recently. I want to make a whole entire leg sleeve of like all of my idols, African-American icons, basically. Okay, I got that idea from Odell Beckham because if you look at his leg sleeve, he has like Michael Jackson, I think he has James Brown, he has like Malcolm X, MLK. He has a whole bunch of African-American icons on his leg, and I just really love that idea, so I decided, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna start off my sleeve with Africa being tatted on me, and I wanted to show people how proud I am to be where I am from. Now, a lot of people may get the state that they were tatted in, but for me, it's way deeper than that. You have to take pride into where you truly, truly come from. So your boy got Africa tatted on the kneecap, and let me tell you, that pain was an easy 10. I will never get my other kneecap tatted because it hurt that bad, okay? I'm not gonna lie. Do not go for that kneecap. That kneecap is no joke. Like, I can't even explain how bad it hurt, okay? And I have a high pain tolerance, but that kneecap was no joke. Now, if you are struggling growing chest hair, the kneecap is the way to go because by the time that piece gets done, you will definitely have some chest hair afterwards. I even told my artist, like, bro, look, I think I just grew some chest hair after this one right here. He just started laughing. Shout out to Azteca, coldest in Fayetteville, Arkansas. Well, Springdale, Arkansas at One Way Tattoo. But man, I told him how bad it hurt and he was just laughing, but it hurt so bad. So with the leg out of the way, let's make our way to my stomach, which I will not be showing you guys in this video because I don't want to get in trouble with my old lady. But on my stomach, I have my mom's favorite Bible verse. If you guys just don't know this about me, my whole entire torso will be dedicated to my family. So I have my mom's favorite Bible verse, which is Philippians 4, verses 6 through 7, tatted on my stomach. And I will just go ahead and read it for you guys so you guys can know exactly what it is, and then I'll explain the meaning afterwards. So the Bible verse is, "Be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be known unto God, and the peace of God, which passeth all understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus." And basically what that means to me is wherever you want to be in life, whatever you aspire to be, whatever your goals are, okay, do not stress yourself out over it. Do not be afraid of those goals. Yes, goals can be intimidating, especially for the journey that it takes to get there. But what you want to do is just take those goals, talk to God, sit it up there in front of him, be like, hey, look, this is what I want to do. Do not stress yourself out. Continue to work and grind throughout the whole entire process and let God handle everything else, okay? Because one thing about God, he always comes through and he will definitely lead you the right way. So that is what that Bible verse means to me. Now, it could mean something else to my mom, but again, My whole entire torso is dedicated to my family. My mom is a very religious woman, and I just felt like that would be the perfect way to give a tribute to her through that Bible verse, even though she is still alive, okay? Now, the pain on that stomach, I'm not gonna lie, it is a strong 8, okay? The wording itself was an 8, but whenever we got the clouds above it, it's right under my nipple, I'm not gonna lie, that was a strong 9, okay? It hurt, okay? They put those clouds there, which it was actually a last minute tattoo in general, but the clouds were even more last minute. Like, I didn't even have an appointment or anything. I literally just walked in with some other guy that I had met, and you know what I'm saying, we decided to go ahead and get tatted, but those clouds hurt, okay? And with the lettering, the reason why it hurt so bad is because some of the wording goes like very, very close to my belly button, which hurt really, really, really bad. And I mean, it does take up half of my stomach. Like, it took about 3 to 4 hours to do. So it was a lot of sitting down on that table and, you know what I'm saying, just thugging it out, okay? Now with the stomach out of the way, let's go ahead and make our way up my arm. So on my arm, I have my very first tattoo, which was a forearm sleeve of the forest. And yea, though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I will fear no evil. The reason why I chose that Bible verse for one is because that is just how I walk in life every single day. I am not worried about evil in the world. I keep God first, and I truly feel like God will protect me from all evil regardless of where I am in life or at the moment, okay? And the reason why I ended up getting the forest, I used to be in the military and they threw us in the woods for land navigation. And let me tell you, it reminded me so much of everyday life. They literally threw us in the forest and was like, find these points and be back here at 12 o'clock. Literally. And it reminded me of everyday life because when it comes down to life, you know where you want to be, you just don't know exactly how to get there. So it takes a lot of work, a lot of mental strength to get through life every single day to get to wherever you want to be. Just like in life, with the forest, it's a whole bunch of different obstacles. You will be in environments that you are not familiar with, but you have to keep pushing through, find those key checkpoints, and continue pushing through, and eventually you will make it out. Now, when it comes down to the pain tolerance on the sleeve, as I got a little bit closer up to the elbow, it kind of eased up to a 9, but overall it was about a 6, okay? I don't know how I just did that for like 4 or 5 hours for my first tattoo. I feel like it's pretty bold for your first tattoo, but hey, look, I did actually do it, okay, with no regrets. And then working our way up my arm, the trees turn into mountains, and the mountains turn into a wolf. Now, the reason why I ended up getting the mountains added on there to it is simply because a lot of people, whenever they make it through a whole bunch of obstacles, people get complacent, or you get close to your goals and you're like, all right, my goals are right there, I can kind of kick back a little bit. They don't realize that once you get out of some obstacles or a lot of obstacles, that don't mean that all obstacles go away, okay? Throughout life, regardless, you will have obstacles, regardless of what level or how successful you may be. You will always have obstacles. So just because you made it through a handful, that don't mean you could kick your feet up just because everything's going good right then, because usually that's when things go south, okay? And the reason why I ended up getting the mountains to turn into a wolf is because a wolf is an animal that I truly feel like I am as a human. Okay, I am a lone body. I don't crave to be around a whole bunch of people. I don't crave for attention. And one thing about me, even if I have to lead by myself, I mean, it is what it is. That's just what I have to do. So a wolf is just the perfect animal representation of myself to me. Other people may have different animals for me, but I truly feel like a wolf is me. And not to forget, even though we worked our way up past it, but the Eye of Ra. I know my YouTube channel name is Cookie Grandson, but fun fact, my name is not Cookie Grandson. That is my nickname, okay? You will be shocked at how much mail I get with Cookie Grandson on it. And whenever I go and try to pick it up from the post office, even when I show them my ID, they'll be like, that says Cookie Grandson. So I have to open up YouTube, click my channel, and show them the profile picture, and then they match it up with me. All right, it is kind of funny, but at the same time, it's kind of annoying at the same time, all right? My real name is Rakeem, okay? So R-A''K-E-E-M. And I honestly ended up digging into the history of my name. I used to go to a Catholic school, so in religion class, we all had to do like this project on what our names meant. And I never knew that I was named after the Egyptian sun god Ra. Keem is just something that Americans just add to it at the end, but the base main, most important root of my name is Ra, which was an Egyptian sun god. And it's kind of hard to really explain the meaning of it because all I can really say is it makes me feel greater. But I do recommend you guys to read up on Ra. It is a lot of information, and it is really, really interesting to me anyways. It could be interesting to you guys. But the Eye of Ra on me just makes me feel, it just makes me feel greater, okay? It makes me feel like I have even more of a purpose in life, and it makes me feel like I have more power than I may realize that I do have as a human, okay? So it kind of just, you know what I'm saying, it just make me feel like I'm that guy, all right? But with the Eye of Ra, it is believed to block away all negative energy and all negativity, which is what I love, because who wants to just deal with negative energy all day, every day? Definitely not me. And when it comes down to Ra himself, he basically admitted that all of his power is in his significant other. So I felt like it was kind of cool to see somebody that is a god and they actually admit that they're not a lone show, okay? He is stronger with his wife than he was by himself. And I found that very, very dope, because in today's times you have a lot of ego issues where people just are afraid to admit and won't admit that they had help or need help from somebody else, okay? So I just found out that was very dope. And yeah, so I got the Eye of Ra tatted in the ditch of my arm. Now the pain level on that was like 9, okay? It was, honestly, I really got to go ahead and give it a 10. When it comes down to getting tatted in that ditch, it seems like it takes forever, okay? It is a long ways to travel from one side to the other, even though it may be like that long. Painful, okay? And when it comes down to the mountains was about a 9, just because, I mean, look at it, and it's on the side of my elbow. Them elbows ain't no joke. Now, when it comes up to the wolf was maybe like a 4. I had a lot of meat on my arms back then, so it was easy. I almost honestly fell asleep in the chair, okay? It was no big deal whatsoever. But the ditch ain't no joke. And then we're gonna move over a little bit. I have elevate and prosper on the inside of my arm. When it comes down to elevate and prosper, so many people want to elevate in life and they don't plan for the afterwards, okay? So many people just wake up and be like, man, I just wish I was filthy rich right now. They have no plans whatsoever, and then, you know, without the planning, they end up back at square A. You had all of that money, you blew it, now you back in the bed wishing that you had some money all over again, okay? So with me, I want to take as much time as possible, because as they say, the quicker you obtain it, more than likely the quicker it will go away. So I want to take my precious time easing on up and elevating. And then whenever you get to the peak, it's like, okay, I'm good. You keep on working, but you prosper, because it took you so long to get there. You taught yourself so much. You've learned so much. So whenever you do get up there, you're basically golden, okay? I always want to prosper. I always play long ball. I always preach to people, think about the future. Think about the long haul. Okay, I don't want to wake up and have 1 million subscribers. I want to slowly gain subscribers and work my way on up. The longer it takes for me to get a whole bunch of subscribers, the more I actually get to know you guys. If I got like 10,000 subscribers overnight and 5,000 of those people commented, it's kind of hard for me to just get to know 5,000 people in a day. You see what I'm saying? So I like to slowly work my way up, get to know other people, get to hear other people's ideas, just talk with other people, and eventually, you know what I'm saying, I'll just get there. But whenever that time comes, it comes, okay? I'll be ready for it then, but I don't just necessarily need it right now. When it comes down to that on the inside of your arm, honestly, it's like a pinch, okay? Getting tatted on the inside of your arm is like a continuous pinch, so the pain right there was maybe like a 4 or 5, if that. It's more annoying than painful. Now we're gonna work our way back down to the wrist, okay? Now my wrists really don't have that much meaning. I just love my siblings enough to where I got them tatted on my wrist, okay? So I am the oldest of 3, and I got my other 2 siblings tatted on my wrist. So that's basically what that one means right there. When it comes down to the wrist, it was honestly like a 4 or 5. It was honestly last minute. I just walked in there to James and was like, hey, look, bro, I want to get my wrist tatted. I want to get my sibling's name tatted right there. And I just, you know what I'm saying, he gave them to me. But the weird part about getting the inside of your wrist done is that your hands like do this. All right, it's kind of weird, but it's kind of cool at the same time. You're like, your fingers just twitch and stuff like that. It's pretty wild, okay? And then for the last ones, I have my hands done. So we have commitment and consistency on my hands. These are my more recent ones. When it comes down to commitment and consistency, that is something that I heard from Denzel Washington. He was at like this graduation ceremony and they asked him to speak, and he always talked about commitment and consistency. You cannot get started without commitment, and you won't finish without consistency, okay? And I live by that every single day. All right. Can't start something if you never commit to it, and you just won't finish if you don't be consistent throughout the whole entire process. So, you know, they do go hand in hand, no pun intended. And that is just how I live my life every single day. Okay. If my goal was to get 1 million subscribers on YouTube, I can't upload a video once a month. That's not realistic. But with me committing to wanting to get 1 million subscribers and me uploading, being consistent, multiple videos a month, you know what I'm saying? Now that is more realistic, and that is how you eventually get to 1 million subscribers, okay? So anytime that you have a goal you want to be up here in life, remember, you always have to commit to that goal, and you have to be consistent throughout that whole entire process. You have to work your butt off, and then eventually you will get up there. But it all takes commitment to a goal, and you got to be consistent throughout the whole entire process. But yep, that is it for all of my tattoos as for now. You know what I'm saying? I remember actually watching tattoo tours whenever I was a kid, and you know what I'm saying? I felt like it was kind of cool to just hear other people's stories and backgrounds and stuff like that. So I decided one day, you know, I'll be able to give one. So it is kind of relieving that I did get a chance to make this video, and I will eventually make another one as I accumulate way more tattoos. So this will be one of the series that I look forward to that rarely ever happens, okay? Because, I mean, eventually the series will be over because I'm gonna run out of room. But I really do feel relieved that I actually got a chance to make this video, and I don't even care if it doesn't get a whole bunch of views. Like, these are one of the videos that I just always have wanted to do as a YouTuber, and now I finally got it done. But that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you did enjoy. Drop down in the comments your most painful tattoo. Okay, I wanna know what you guys got, okay? Because I know some people love getting stuff on the hip. I know some folks that love getting stuff down the spine. Please tell me how bad those hurt, because I can only imagine. And again, to all of my subscribers, I would like to thank you guys for all of your support. It is greatly appreciated. And if you are new to the channel, drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Again, the channel's been growing like crazy lately, and I just cannot thank you guys enough. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. I'm out.